My first toy I got for Christmas was a wind-up truck, and I probably 12 or 13 before I got my first toy, and I had to share it with Raymond. And the clothes we bought, we had to buy ourselves if we wanted anything more than a, well, they called them overalls in those days, and just didn't have anything. Everything we got for ourselves growing up, we earned it. We earned cutting pulp and making hay and picking pine cones and
blueberries. Princess Pine, did you do Princess Pine?
No, never did.
We did that one year.
When did you get electricity out there?
The first power line came past our place. We were one of the first ones to get electricity. Oh, 1940 maybe, or sometime in that area. We never had a refrigerator till I left home. Then they got a refrigerator.
I could go by Arnie.
What kind of work did Grandpa do? Your dad do?
What's that?
What kind of work did Grandpa do?
Well, he did some woods work and WPA. I guess that's about it. Not a very secure job.
What did he do in Alaska?
He was on the Alaskan Highway building that. There are pictures in our collection of him with some big trees cut down. Yeah.
Now you went to Alango School, right?
For 12 years.
Oh, you
graduated in 1946.
All right, now who was the first one to graduate out of your family?
Elma. She graduated in 1940, and I was the next one in 46.
So just you, Elma, and Raymond were the only ones who graduated?
Yeah. I don't remember the year Raymond graduated. Elsie didn't graduate. She quit about the 9th grade or so. We were in the same grade. I had caught up to her. Same grade when she quit school.
Isn't that amazing?
And she went bouncing.
I was here for over 2 weeks building a fence from here to the road. I don't know where it was. It was woven wire on the bottom that high and the barbed wire on top, and I augured the holes in the clay, and it was hard clay. I did it for myself. They had bought an accordion someplace, and they paid $35. And to earn that accordion for myself, I worked 2 weeks building a fence here. That was in summer vacation from school.
How old were you? About?
Probably a sophomore.
What kind of cars did you drive?
Didn't have one till I got out of the service in 48. I had a 37 Dodge. That was my first car.
Now how old would have been?
I would have been 20 or 21.
Wow.
You could put 15 people in that awful.
Walford had a 38 Chevy coupe, and he let me drive it some when he went in the Army. But it was rationing. The tires were so bad we couldn't buy tires because we couldn't. They were rationed. Couldn't buy gas because very much gas was rationed. But I had trouble getting a license plate for it because he was gone, and I took the plates off of my dad's car to go someplace, and I got picked up. So I got misuse of license plate, my driving privilege taken away for 6 months. And then he went to Sicily and Italy and France and Germany, and the war was over then. When he got out, he was in Germany. Never talked about the service at all.
Uncle Walford.
He was in the combat engineers.
Electricity or no running water either, right?
Well, she had electricity for us younger ones then in our, well, I graduated in 46, and if we got electricity in 1940, we had lights. And Walford brought home a toaster. It's a toaster that when you open the doors, they flipped over. And he brought over about 4 loaves of white bread.
Store-bought bread.
We had never had bought bread in our house, and I think we ate the all 4 loaves in one sitting. So that was when my sister Hilia died in 1936. We got the word. I don't know how we got the word then, and we went to town in a Model T coupe, and there was a shelf behind the back, not the back seat, the only seat, and I laid on that shelf going into town, and the only thing we got that year was an ice cream cone, a nickel ice cream cone. But no festivities. We just went to the hospital, and I don't know why, because she had died. And I didn't get to go to the funeral. I was 8 years old, and they didn't let us kids go there.
And I have one of her.
I don't remember anybody else. I can remember Siggy for a while, but I don't remember anybody else at home.
Oh, you don't remember my mom being at home?
No, I never remember her. Well, she left.
Well, Walter's the oldest.
Yeah.
Then Ellen, and then Mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Esther.
Esther and
Esther.
Helia was in between.
Yeah, he was in between here somewhere.
Yeah.
Years. He had gotten drunk, and he didn't do that very often. He got drunk, and during the night, he rolled under the bed. And when he woke up in the morning, he thought he was in a coffin. Is that a good story?
That's good.
Was selling moonshine. He got caught and thrown into the Orr jail, and he told about there was a bucket of water with a scum on top of it, and that's all it was in there. And the bars were made out of 2x2s, you know, wood. But that was the Orr jail. And then old John Pentala, you know the house that across the road, they moved in from the Pentala farm. It's one Koskela boys who had it moved. It's right across the driveway there.
Yeah. Okay.
And John Pentala drove a Model T, and he had come to our place, and there was some drunks laying around in the yard, and he drove over the legs of one of them with his Model T. I heard that story. I don't know how true that was, but many people talked about it. Looks like that one, those kind of wall clocks. And he had a talent for filing saws. He used to get probably 25 cents or 50 cents for filing a big crosscut saw, and like he didn't have any parts, never ordered a part or anything for the clock. He made them or rebuilt them with solder or something. So that's about it.
He played the accordion?
It's like a mahjong.
The button.
Hardly at all at home.
Mom and Irene.
Wood, and he cut pulpwood at home, and I don't know how we survived. Not much money for sure.
How do I do this?
Not a decent car. Few animals. We've never had more than 4 cows, but we had a pig every year and some chickens. And we had always had pretty decent gardens. Animals.
Are you shooting out a season too?
Oh yes, we didn't know there was a season. Our season was 365 days. We didn't shoot deer during the summer because they knew that the deer weren't good during the summer.
Well, I'm going to take more than one because there's
As
one
soon
with
as
his
they
mouth
started
open
turning
and
fall,
yapping
then
away.
you could go shoot a deer. And my father,
God, I can't
we
find
had
a
a
new
salt
friend
lick
here.
about a quarter of a mile from the house, and when we ran out of meat, he'd say,
And you ought to film this thing.
do you want to go shoot a deer or should I? And I was always the one willing to go and
Come on,
shoot the deer.
somebody. Oh.
That looks good.
You lived in Cook? I remember you lived over by
Yeah,
the
forestry, by the state forestry.
Didn't you live by the river?
By the river.
Yeah.
On
Last of all, before we built our house,
by the creamery.
by the creamery. And we built our house in 1965.